Hello, fellow geeks, and welcome to Black Void. We missed you last week. We are back this week to continue our official Black Void campaign, Those Who Would Be Gods. This is a pre-written adventure that we are running through, putting our own twist on it, trying our very best at the rules. This is our first Black Void campaign. So welcome back, everybody. Happy to see you all here. Tonight, we have with us our standard cast for this campaign. We have myself, Chase, playing the Arbiter, more commonly referred to in other games as the GM. And then from Level 1 Geek, we have got Wade, M, and Kim. So welcome back, guys. Wade is playing Tarash, M is playing Fradir, and Kim is playing Kallian. They are quote-unquote siblings who all had the same foster father growing up, and they are in quite a predicament as of right now. Now, I didn't prep you guys for this. Do one of you guys feel like doing a recap so I can kind of get your perspective on remembering where you're at? Or if you guys feel completely lost, I can recap for you.
I mean, I can recap, but it'll be very bad.
I love bad recaps.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So last time on Black Void, we had my lovely siblings on either side of me here. They had triggered themselves into a battle, and they were attacked by a dog and the dog handler. And they were constantly trying to back up and escape into the water and into the tunnel that Fradir had wandered down aimlessly. And but it was difficult to disengage from them. So they're getting slapped around. Tarash is wielding 3 swords and attacking and trying to get his sister to safely. His sister's standing there by the water I can't swim. This is a bad idea. I'm gonna throw a bunch of illusions. I'm sorry, my dog apparently needs to bark right now.
He's very excited.
Someone else want to take over so I can find out what's going on with my dog?
You keep going. I'm in the same home. I will take care of the dog.
Okay, sounds good.
Tag team.
The problem is that everyone can still hear the dog, but that's okay. So, she's throwing spells like crazy. The problem being is that Chase rolls like an absolute monster and just was crit, 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 crit. I'm never going to fall for any of your magic spells. And so, very frustrated, they eventually both end up jumping in the water and swimming away. This whole time, Fradir has been merrily playing rock climber and just, making her way through a small cavern, picking mushrooms, debating eating the mushrooms, deciding to not eat the mushrooms yet, and just climbs through, gets to the other side, is kind of spying and watching, super stealthy, and see some people in robes walking around, and they have this very bloodied person in a collar. You're here, but the dog is still barking. Nope, he stopped. Okay, proved me wrong. All right, so she was like, okay, well, what's going on with that? And the people start they dropped off the dog thinking about my dog now. They dropped off the slave to some other people, and the servants come walking back. So Fradir climbs up high and lets everyone walk below her, then sneaks back down and wanders into the rooms. And she's like, this is a cool cave. Oh, look, there's a robe. I can play dress up. And she pulls on these cultist robes, and she's like, yep, this is perfect. And then goes walking over to find out what's going on with the person who's all whipped up and bloody and is a slave. So she goes in there and she's like, hey guys, what's up? What's going on in here? You guys painting on that dude's chest? And they're like, yeah, we are. And she's like, neat. What about the other people? And they're like, yeah, they're already ready. You don't have to worry about the other people. And she's like, they're back through this way, right? And then they got very, very suspicious, but then she ended up being able to weasel her way out of it somehow. And was like, oh, you know what? Thanks for covering me, you guys. You're gonna tell everybody that I'm sick. I'm just gonna leave this way. Maybe I'm not ready to perform this ritual yet. The nerves, you know. So she wanders off and ends up running into like an illusion that Callion had put up. And she's like, this wall wasn't here before. How am I ever gonna escape again? But then a hand reaches through the illusion, grabs her, and like pulls her through into the crevasse. And she is like, oh, hi guys, how are you, my beloved siblings? And they had a nice little conversation, and where they ended up like swapping who was wearing the robes. I believe that Callion is wearing the robes now, and we're like following behind and like we're creeping through back to where they were preparing the slave for a sacrifice, is what our guess is. We don't know really for sure. And there's nobody there, so we just kind of do the natural order of things, and we just keep walking, and we round the corner, and we look in, and there is this big old room where we can see a bunch of people prepared, standing in front of this. Was it another crevasse in the ground, like a cavern?
Yeah, so let's see, production, can you enhance or zoom out rather? We can get a look at the map here. I properly set up the map between sessions here. Now, if I remember right, Callian has the robes on, and she went through first, correct?
That's correct.
And she's getting the first look at it. Okay. Yep. So yeah, so basically, and I'll fix up the map here to just have it be Callian. Oops, lost roll 20. There we go. So Callian, you're up here kind of on this ledge. Fradir and Tarash are still kind of back in this chamber here. But you are basically on a ledge, a stone ledge, still cavernous, overlooking this larger, expansive cavern. There's some kind of clearly manufactured cut stairs leading down here into the stone. And down below, probably about 3 or 4 meters down this ledge here, you see a huge crevasse in the center of the room. But unusually, aside from just being a crevasse, there's some sort of large tapestry over the crevasse. So you can kind of see the edges here, just barely through these cracks. And there's some kind of dim torch lights around this tapestry. So you can see shadows kind of dancing on the tapestry. You almost feel like you can see through it just slightly, but you can't make out what's beneath. But clearly it looks like some sort of big crevasse in the ground. Aside from that, there is a gathering of cultists around here, kind of forming a circle. Notably, there is one cultist that instead of wearing just a typical face wrap and hat, they appear to have some sort of ornate, fancy mask on that's completely covering their face. It's in the same colors, kind of the oranges and the yellows. This one's got some jewels hanging from it. This token's not a fully appropriate representation. It's just a token I had. Now, this cultist is standing at the edge of the crevasse, and you can see some sort of human slave being nudged in his direction by this large, gaseous, floating type serpent creature that you guys saw earlier. I'll show the players that again. Pop that up on the screen as a reminder of what this thing looks like. This appears to be nudging him towards this central cultist in the mask. And then you also see 2 more of these creatures, one to the north, which looks like it just came down some steps on this ledge on the opposite end. And this one is guiding Tamina, the advisor you guys are here to save. Mom, as Fradir calls her, possibly inaccurately. We'll have to find out. And then to the south, you see another one of these floating serpent creatures escorting Talal, your foster father. So you would definitely recognize him. And that's where you left off. Did I miss anything? Anything else you guys wanted to add?
Callian kind of knows what's going on because of an occult knowledge roll. So she's somewhat familiar with what this is.
Yeah, so what you gathered with your cult roll is that this is definitely some kind of ritual that's beckoning or interacting with the void, which is kind of the vast, mysterious, kind of otherworldly stuff that can be brought into this world. Most of you are not very familiar with it as of now, but you're familiar with rituals around it. They're pretty blasphemous. They're pretty dark. not something to scoff at or laugh at. You don't know the exact ritual, but you did get an idea of that. And yeah, I think that's where you guys are at. Wonderful recap, Em. Thank you for doing that. Apologize for the dog barking. There was fireworks outside, which I don't think is legal right now in the state we live in. So that was interesting, but I did the best I could to settle the dog. Anyways, yeah. So that's what we had last time. We missed last week. We're back this week. Chat. We love seeing you guys all here. As you guys know from our other streams, we typically like to do interactions where you guys can interact with the game. We're still kind of light on chat interactions with this game because we're still new. This is our first playthrough of Black Void. So I'm still getting familiar with the balance and rules. So all we've got for you tonight is we have the affirmation bar that we typically have. If you guys want to use your channel points, or if you want to throw bits at us, you guys can move that affirmation bar either towards the hero side or the villain side. And that's going to give them a respective +1 or to their rolls or the bad guys' rolls. So go ahead and play around with that. We do have something coming after this session. This session is going to most definitely wrap up part 1 of 3 of this campaign. And then for part 2, I think I'm a little more familiar with the balance. So we'll throw some hero and villain points in there and we'll play around with that next time. So yeah, for tonight, anything you guys throw, we still appreciate it. But other than that, play around with the affirmation bar. It's a fun little tug of war. And I think that's it. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and hop into it. Oh, also, just so you viewers are aware, I'm not sure what the time frame is going to be like tonight. We're going to finish this chapter and we're going to call it. That could be 20 minutes if things go really weird. Could be an hour, could be 3 hours. I just don't know. So we'll find out. Okay, so Callian, let's start with you. You're up on this ledge. You are overlooking at this strange ritual taking place. You see the reason you are here, Tamina, and you also see your foster father, Talal, being escorted by these strange serpent creatures, along with another human gentleman that you don't quite recognize. Now, yeah, Callian, you wouldn't recognize him. Fradir, you would recognize him if you are to get a glimpse. This is the person that they were painting up and preparing in the other room. So, you know, he's got symbols drawn on his chest, as does Tamina, as does Talal. They're both kind of dressed in scantily clad minimal attire, lots of skin exposed, definitely enough to be able to see these drawings of sorts on their chest. There's no collar on Talal or Tamina. There is a collar on this gentleman here. Yeah, what are you doing?
Does it look like there's any like person not in place or like an empty spot among these individuals?
These cultists here?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me an occult lore if you would.
Oh, I would love to do that.
And let's see. Let me look at my handy dandy table of skills. Yeah, that one will just be int based. So.
Okay, and we are affirmated.
First roll of the night. You guys are affirmated.
Let's go. 13.
13. You would know that this ritual doesn't seem to have like very specific positioning. You can tell that probably the components of this ritual are involving definitely this ceremonial central cultist here, and everybody else is just kind of being a supporting role, probably to enhance whatever power it is they're trying to beckon, but they don't really need a specific amount of people. Nothing seems to be missing that you can tell. And you feel confident about that.
Okay. Does it look like anybody has seen me?
No, nobody seems to be paying any attention to you as of right now. Tamina and Talal look quite worn down, as does this person. He's pretty bloodied up. They've cleaned him up a bit, but he's definitely got big old bruises all over his body. They all look a bit lethargic, and they're not like really looking around attentively. So none of them seem to notice you, and everybody else is very focused on the ritual.
Okay. Callian's gonna kind of step back into here. Just kind of. Now, in the middle, the beginning of this ritual, I believe, and it's not a good ritual. Basically how I can describe this to its most bare bones.
Are they gonna kill Dad? And Mom?
Entirely possible.
Well, we're gonna stop them.
Do you have a plan on how to do that?
I pull out my weapons. Well, we're gonna kill him.
Callian, you get this very overwhelming sensation that comes over you all of the sudden. All of the things you just saw in that room, they start washing over you, just like in like a rapid slideshow of memories. It's kind of overwhelming, and you almost feel like you black out for a little bit. And you feel like you're back in that room. You know you're standing in front of your siblings, kind of in the hallway just before, but you're back in that room in your mind. And as you overlook the congregation, your mind is abruptly overflowing with hazy apparitions of a past that you have no recollection about. You're not even sure if it's yours. Spiraling patterns on torn robes, screams of hysteria, and hands pulling you away from something indescribable. And then you sink into sweet, sweet darkness, and it feels so comforting. And as your eyes snap back open, you're standing in front of your siblings again. This for you siblings, you probably saw her look like she maybe was somewhere else for a minute, like she drifted off, maybe lost attention for just a split second, but then she snapped back to it.
She looks like she likes this plan. Let's go.
Sorry, no, I was just thinking of how we could completely do this any other way.
That's hurtful.
Tarash, did you have any suggestions?
Oh, so you're back here again. Okay. I don't know. You were off in your little place for a while, eh?
Like I said, thinking of any other possible plans.
You
were
guys
doing
start
math,
hearing
weren't
a low chant start rising and echoing down the hallway of many voices chanting in unison. It's a language that Tarash and Fradir, you guys don't recognize. Callian, you do. It's kind of like an equivalent of like Latin almost, but it's something that's pretty much specifically used in occulty type rituals. You don't really get a big understanding of it, but you know that it's ritualistic in nature.
That's not good. We should probably speed up this thinking process.
I'm
As,
gonna
as
go attack.
quickly as we can. Well, no,
I'll go distract
No.
them, and then you grab Dad and Mom and the pretty guy if you have time, and then just run back.
just run
And
back.
I'll hold them off. And then I'll catch up with you.
You guys hear a loud voice kind of start overpowering the others. The voice sounds vaguely familiar. Let's have everybody roll me an observation roll.
Okay, we're +1.
Observation. Yeah, it's probably going to be observation. Go ahead and roll me an observation using awareness.
Awareness -2. Why did I roll as the arbiter?
You know, I've been wondering why that's been happening. And I don't
Hold up, I'll fix it,
Okay, sounds good.
because that's not right.
I got a 15.
I got a 6.
Wow. Tarash, you just, this clicks to you. All the rest of you, it sounds familiar. You can't pinpoint it. But Tarash, you recognize his voice. You remember him talking to Callian at the feast. You know that this is one of the advisors to Tamina, Bazad. You recognize his voice powering over the others. He's speaking a bit differently, a lot more precise and in a chanty type way, but you definitely recognize the voice. And you hear a very specific chant start echoing over the others. Are you saying anything about this, Tarash?
Yeah, I'll definitely be telling my sisters. Do you both recognize that voice? That voice is from the party.
Peta, Babkama, Luraba, Anaku,
Vaguely familiar.
Kima, Parsi, Labiriti,
By
Luana,
Bandalush.
Hey, Umamit.
Can I any check as to what these mean?
Yeah, you can go ahead and you can roll me an occult lore again, Callian.
Love to. That's gonna be a nat 1.
Ooh, yeah, you're barely even able to pick up his words over just the chanting. Everything is, you're still a little dizzy almost from that kind of flashback you had, and You're not able to really pinpoint. All the words sound like they're melting together.
Farash, do you remember that time that you were breaking into the one place and you created a distraction by saying that the boss was on fire?
But what was on fire?
Kellyanne, just go in and say there's been an assassination attempt on the boss, the person.
I don't think that would work.
Well, I think attacking them would work, or this would work, or send it to an idea of your own.
Kellyanne, for that nat one also, the next time you have to make any sort of sanity check, you're going to take a -1.
Okay. I could try to make a mental distraction that only they could see, but I don't quite know what that could be, or if my magic can be that powerful.
Just try something. Standing here is gonna be what we regret.
That's fair. Okay.
I mean, I would put the dying as before that, but yes.
I'll try
The
to pull
cave trembles a little bit. There's like a slight tremor.
I'll try and pull attention to myself. Chase, what was the name of the big boss?
Of the person, like the one who owns this place.
The Mirza.
Yeah, the
Mirza?
Mirza.
Okay, that's right. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, Kellyanne's gonna go back in here. She's gonna come kind of like running down the stairs, trying not to trip.
So you're gonna go scurrying out.
Yeah, she's just like, she's gonna kind of make like a full break for it, never move faster in her life.
Okay, so let me tell you what you see as you're running out. And I'm going to put you back up here for just a second because there's going to be some rolls involved. So as you're running out, the thing that you notably see is this person leading the chant is holding a bleeding arm over this canvas, and he's letting blood just drip down onto the canvas. And with his other hand, he's got this person grabbed by the collar. And as you run out, he just throws him into the canvas, and there's this kind of flat portion in it that he just falls through. And you hear him scream just briefly for a moment, and then it's cut off as if all the sound just disappears, just like a second into the scream. You hear like he's falling, and then it just stops. Still just running down the stairs here.
Yeah, she'll look. I don't know if they can necessarily see her face looks like, but she'll look fairly panicked about things.
Okay, so when you're right about here, getting ready to go to the stairs, you're gonna see these serpentine creatures focus up on you. Nobody else really seems to pay attention yet, but you're gonna hear like this 3 times echoing in your head. All of you are gonna hear this, not just Kellyanne. You're gonna hear this echoing.
Halt! The ritual cannot be interrupted.
Well, against her inner conscience that just showed up, she's gonna start yelling. The Mirza! Something's happened with the Mirza. People are escaping, and this needs to stop immediately.
And you're saying that from up here. You're not continuing downwards. the
I'm
stairs.
trying to continue downwards.
Okay.
But she's
so you
gonna
don't- they
start. She's gonna basically start yelling that as she tries to continue moving.
Okay, you're gonna get to about down here.
Continue the ritual.
All of you hear it 3 times echo in your mind again.
Stop if
Nobody
we-
seems to care
Nobody
about you
seems to
shouting.
care.
They all kind of look at you for a moment. This cultist here pauses for a moment and then just continues doing a chant, and he holds his arms up, kind of up in the air. This person is in the tapestry, gone, or in the canvas. And the rest of them just keep chanting in tow. And we're going to roll initiative right here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Everybody make sure you add yourself to the... So click your token before you roll your initiative. And it should put you into the initiative order here. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that I need to roll for. I rolled as you for some reason. I'm sorry, but that's their dice, not yours. I had you clicked. Okay, go ahead and put yourselves in initiative.
Are you rolling with awareness?
Yep, you guys will roll with awareness.
I'm refreshing my page because I think I'm messing up your thing.
Yeah, go for
Also,
it. I think you're okay so far.
it didn't add us into the turn order, even though I had it clicked. It's a lie.
Tricky roll 20. Okay, let's see. I'll add you guys in here. So
You're tricky, roll 20.
Okay, Tarash, you're in there. Fredir, you're in there. You are in there, Callian. And then I'll get all of my people in there, shall I?
Oh, I did not roll super great.
So many creatures to add to initiative here.
Great. Yeah. No. Good. Good.
Okay, so for Deers is 6, Callian's an 8. Where are you at, Tarash? You can go ahead and add your own number in
What?
there.
I did. I was at a 6 as well.
Okay, you're at a 6 as well. I'll get it for you. There we go. Okay, this person is at an 11. The serpent creature, the cultists are at a 4. Tamina is at a 2. Talath is at a 5. And we're going to group the cultists and the serpent creatures together. Oh, and then this guy. I need to add it as well. He's at a 7. Okay. Sorting initiative. We have got in order the serpent creature, Callian, the head cultist, Fredir, Tarash. Then we've got Talath, the cultists, and Tamina. So you're shouting, you're trying to make a scene. These serpent creatures, you hear echoes in your mind saying, continue the ritual. They continue to do so. This serpent creature is up first. He is going to step up over to this tapestry here. And Callian, you're kind of at the bottom of the stairs here, so you don't have a great view on it, but you feel like you can see light shifting from underneath this canvas here. You can see something, but since you don't have a bird's eye view anymore, you can't see exactly what. But the cavern starts trembling slightly. And as it does, you are going to see this kind of vaporous smoke start twisting up in a spiral. It doesn't break the canvas. It doesn't rip it or tear it. It just kind of mists over it and starts swirling up. And the patterns that it starts twisting in are almost like incomparable to your brain. You can't understand why it's doing it or how it's doing it. It makes your head hurt. And then it starts forming into almost this huge giant tentacle, and it lurches forward and it grabs onto this serpent creature. Callian, since you can see this, I'm going to need you to make me a willpower versus fear.
I can do that. Can I make an IRL willpower versus fear? This is this is double my modifier, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Total.
Oh, and you're taking a -1 because of your previous crit fail.
Ask me an 8 total.
Going to be an 8 total. Okay, so as this creature is apparating and forming, it hurts to look at. It just looks unnatural. The way it twists and moves isn't like comprehensible by a typical human mind. Then it forms in this tentacle and it lurches down and it wraps around this serpent creature that looks like it's made of gas, but you hear crunching and it looks like it has a physical grip on it. And all of you are going to hear just these high-pitched, horrible shrieks in your mind. Callian, something about this also looks familiar. You feel like you've been exposed to something like this before, and because of that, you're going to gain 2 enlightenment for seeing this. So enlightenment is something where when you're exposed to the void or the unnatural, It's something you kind of start to build up. Now you're getting 2 enlightenment because we started you at 0 because of kind of the unique bit of this campaign where you have kind of a hazy memory, but your character would actually typically start with 2 enlightenment. So you're going to gain that right now for witnessing this event. So this tentacle lurches, it grabs onto this gaseous creature, it starts slamming it against the ground. There's bits of gas that are spewing out in spatters that look similar to blood, but no blood stays, it just kind of mists away. And then it sucks this creature down into the canvas. And as it does, another one of these huge tentacle looking beings apparates out of the crevice. And this thing is gone. And that is its turn. Callian, what are you doing? Everything looks kind of in a panic. All of the cultists look a bit unsure, and they're looking around and slightly frightened. And these other 2 serpent creatures are swirling around and writhing as if they're in pain. And you just hear these high-pitched shrieks in your mind.
Okay, I'm gonna try to up that panic a bit to cause a little bit of a ruckus. So we're gonna try something. We'll see if it actually works. I'm gonna cast a mental effect at a rating 13, which is going to be a potency 4.
Okay.
And then this is going to be 1 second, which is going to be initiative -4. So this will happen at 4, I believe, in initiative. Which is going to be another 5, so that makes it 9. 15 meters away, which makes it 12. For 9 seconds makes it 13. And I would like to affect 3 of those guys, which is going to make this a 15 check.
Okay, we'll roll for that 15 check on initiative slot 4. So this head cultist is up, and right now he's just kind of looking around, wondering what's going on, looking quite frightened. Fradir, you're up. You hear screeching in your head. What are you doing?
Oof. Okay. So Fradir presses a hand to her head, careful not to stab herself with the claws she's holding on to, and squints her eyes, and then says, "Callion is in trouble," and she's going to slip past her brother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, as you get in here, as you step right to here, you see this huge writhing tentacle creature, and also you space out for a moment. You drift off to a different place. You kind of freeze in place for a minute. In fact, your movement is going to stop there, and this is going to end your turn regardless. But as you see these tentacles, you black out for a bit. You're in this room, but everything else kind of seems to fade away. The tentacles are gone. There's still people in robes, but it looks different. You gaze at the vista below. Your mind's eye drift away, blurred by visions of a past that you have no remembrance about. Is it even yours? Spiraling forms, a sense of fright and fleeing, headlong into sweet, embracing darkness. And as your eyes snap open, you're back in the grotto, and that twisting, familiar thing that you saw is now this horrific creature in front of you. And I need you to roll me a save against fear with willpower.
Willpower, you say?
Which is going to be double your mod because it is just a willpower roll, no skill involved.
Okay. What is my willpower mod? Okay, my willpower mod is 0.
And you are affirmated because chat loves you.
Is my
guys.
willpower mod 0? All of my things are saying 0. Let's see.
Well, that is a nat 12. This you get a glimpse of this tentacled creature. It's making your brain feel a little bit panicked and confused. But as you see Tamina down below and you see Talal both looking quite frightened, it almost turns more to like a determined anger than a fear.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you one reroll that you can just use coming up here.
Yes.
You got this just big drive in your chest right now. But that does end your turn seeing all of that. And you also become enlightened. You're gonna get 1 rank of enlightenment. Okay, Tarash, you're up.
Not to be outdone by his sister. He's definitely coming in after her.
Very good.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, now as you enter, and you're gonna stop kind of back here, the same place. You're gonna need to make me the same check, but before you do, you also kind of drift off to a different place. You space out for a bit, and as you survey the view in the grotto, your mind wanders, and blurry images of a past you have no reminiscence of start to surface. Spiraling shapes on writhing and bloody bodies, screams of anguish, and behind you, some sort of menacing presence. You get that tingling feeling on the back of your neck as if something's standing right behind you. You don't even look back. You tear loose and you start to run. You just leap off of this edge. And as you're falling into this sweet, comforting darkness of oblivion. But as your eyes snap open, you're not falling. You're standing there, and there's this terrifying creature in front of you. So I need you to make me a willpower against fear.
7.
Okay, a 7. Is that including chat's bonus?
That is.
That's right on the money. Good job, chat.
Thanks, chat.
Okay, your turn ends right there. As you're kind of shrugging this off, you hesitate. This is a lot to take in, this whole scene. You become enlightened as well. Your awareness is 3, correct? At least 3?
Yeah.
Okay, you become enlightened, a rank enlightenment as well. Okay, Talath is just, or Talal is just staring in awe at what's happening, as are all the cultists, as is Tamina. Okay.
Is he staring in awe about how badass his daughter is?
They don't seem to notice you yet. All of them seem to just notice the scene. Oh yeah, you have a thing to do.
I do have a thing to do. It's actually only
Please
14
do.
and not 15.
Okay.
Because it doesn't need to go quite as far.
Awesome.
So I think
So
I
I'm gonna
have
swap back around to after Tarash. So that would happen after Talal's turn. So go and do it
Yeah.
right before the cultists.
This is going to be a +6. No! It's going to be an 11 total.
Okay. An
She's gonna
11. You're
fail.
trying to manifest it. Doing this manifestation here around this big, strange alien presence feels difficult. You're just not able to make it work. Okay. So yeah, everybody's just kind of staring in awe. Tamina or Talal don't seem to notice any of you yet. They're just staring at this huge manifesting creature. It's got the attention of the entire room. As it gets to this creature's turn, there's currently just one tentacle formed up. You can see little buds of other ones starting to creep out of the crevice through the canvas. But this tentacle is going to just smack this cultist right here. Just whips back, hits him right in the chest. You hear this sickening crunch. You can see his chest cave in. He goes flying all the way back across the room, crunches into the wall, and is just a blood spatter on the wall. Just body parts flying as he hits with such an extreme force. And that is going to be its turn. Okay, this serpent creature is going to go. This one here is going to wrap its tail around Tamina's arm, and it is going to go taking off down this hallway here. And it just tugs on Tamina's arm and starts dragging her with it. She looks like she's having a hard time keeping up, and he just starts dragging her on the ground behind it, taking off down this corridor here.
And she's an old lady, right?
Yes, she is an old lady. This one here is going to do the same to Talal and is going to start dragging him. Talal is able to sprint. He's a little more lively. He's still quite old, but he's able to keep up enough to where he's not getting drug on the ground. And it's going to drag him not quite to the corridor there. It's going to stop right there. So you can tell it's starting to drag him towards this hallway over here.
Does it look like it's trying to keep them from getting eaten by the tentacles, or is it like something else?
You can't really tell. This thing doesn't have a face. It's not really doing anything except for dragging, so you can't really tell. It's just dragging them.
Okay.
You can clearly see it's heading in a direction. You don't know why.
Interesting.
Okay, Callian, you're up.
Wow, very interesting. Their mission is Tamina, so she's gonna try to go after Tamina.
That screeching in your head stops, by the way, at this point.
Very cool. Yeah, she's just gonna kind of take off in a full sprint down there.
Okay.
It'll be her turn.
What's your speed?
3.
3. Okay. They are outpacing you, but
Oh
you
yeah, I'm
can
aware.
see there's kind of a narrow, like you can fit just fine, but it's kind of a narrow cavern leading this way, and you can see that Tamina is just being drugged behind this thing here.
Mhm.
Okay. The cultists are going to start to scatter. Let's see.
Are they like screaming or anything as they go?
Yeah, so as they see this these serpent creatures start to spread, they're not like screaming in horror. Actually, this one of them is screaming in horror. The rest are just like speaking to each other. You can't really there's so many voices, so much commotion, but they're clearly shouting at each other to like get out. You hear the general consensus is run. As they start running and scattering, the tentacle is going to catch one of them, and another cultist is going to get slapped in this direction, just below you, Fradir and Tarash, and just gets splattered into the wall. Okay, Fradir, you're up.
Oh dear. So can I? Does it appear like something went wrong? The cultists seem surprised, like maybe this isn't how they expected this to go.
Yeah, roll an observation.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and do a -2 on this because we are affirmated. 1.
That -2 is still with a boost, right? You're typically at -3.
I'm typically at a -3.
Okay. You're not really certain. You have like there's a high energy and there's clearly some fear in the room, but you're not sure if this was intended or not. You don't know if this is like dangerous part of the job or if people seem like something went off. You can't really tell.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to go after my dad, trusting Callion to mom, and I'll say, "Don't worry about me, brother. I am protected." And she's gonna leave it super cryptic like that. Don't follow me. And she'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I can like do a dash action, I believe.
Yep, that's in your movement actions. It's called
Run.
Yeah, run. Or
I
you can
could
sprint.
sprint, but it would take a full round to stop. So I'm just going to run.
Okay.
Okay. And
All
a
right.
run doubles my move. Okay,
It
so I
does,
did
yep.
7 is my normal move in combat, and I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm here.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna block my dad's escape, and then he's gonna die. This is a mess. Yeah, I'm gonna be here, and that's my
Okay.
turn.
All right. You are going to go there. You're in front of it. Tarash, you're up.
He's gonna look left. He's gonna look right.
You see your siblings going different directions and mass chaos ensuing.
And he's gonna turn around and just walk out. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll cover this way.
They got it covered. It's fine. She told me not to follow. No, he is going to run towards Kalyan.
Okay.
So I have a movement of 5 normally. So that's 1, 2,
Man,
3,
Tarash is
4,
fast.
5. I'm not. Fradir is 7.
Are you? You're 7?
1,
Yeah.
Jeez.
2, 3, 4.
And we're
Pardon
kind
me.
of like this hallway here is going to kind of go into like exploration mode almost. We're going to go into a chase down here because they got a head start. You guys are tailing. Though Tarash, you are like flying past Callion if you want. You can see them ahead. You're definitely gaining on them. Callion is not.
Catch up when you can. Yeah, I'm taking off full sprint.
Okay. All right. It is Talal's turn. Talal will see Fradir for the first time. She comes skidding to a stop in front of him. He's gonna just look in shock. Ferdir? What are you doing here?
I am getting you out of here.
Get out! This is gonna kill everyone!
What is that thing?
I don't know, but it's not good. Okay, he's gonna start struggling against this thing. He looks like he's trying to pull it like away from Ferdir.
He's trying to pull the thing away from me?
He looks like he's trying to like slow it down.
I can take it. Just escape when you can. And I raise both of my clawed hands.
Very good. Okay. All right. The cultist already moved with the head cultist. So Tamina is currently being drugged behind this creature here and the tentacles. So the couple of the other tentacles start to grow. The one central one is just going to smack another cultist into a bloody mess. Just flies across the room screaming splat. And that's the tentacles' turn. Okay, the serpent creatures, you guys all hear this almost echoing sob in your heads. And then you hear it followed by this mournful,
Our sibling. Stop them.
and then you're going to see all the cultists stop in place and almost turn as if in a trance towards all of you. Some of them turn towards Ferdir. A couple over here turn towards Tarash and Kallian. And this one here is going to just try to drag Talal past Ferdir here. I don't know. I rolled his Ferdir again. Sorry, but that's his roll there. Okay, so it does successfully start dragging Talal, and they're gonna just try to move past you. Would you like to attack them or anything, Ferdir? You can op attack it technically. Can't remember the term for it, but you can react and hit it if you want.
No. I am going, well, I'm not, it's not like I'm gonna kill it if I hit it one time. Yes, I will hit it.
Okay.
Okay. We'll find out if I hit it. Weapon is not showing up in my equip. There it is. Boom. I have a +1 from chat. Ugh, I did a 7.
Okay, a 7. Let's see. Stat blocks. Black Void stat blocks. How do I read them again?
You can do it. I believe in you.
Thank you. I believe in myself. Okay, a 7 is gonna. Oh, there it is. 7 is going to. Are you counting affirmation?
Yeah.
Okay, 7's gonna just miss. So
Okay.
you swing at this thing. It kind of like just twists in this unnatural, flowy way. Its body almost bends in an arc out of the way of your swing, and it is going to continue to drag him past you and just ignore. So it goes down the hallway a little bit. It definitely does not look out of your capabilities to catch it. You're going to hear a whisper just in your head. All of you aren't going to hear this, just you this time, Ferdir.
You fool. You're going to get us all killed. Leave him to me.
Can I answer in my head?
You can try.
She'll just say it out loud. She doesn't know how to think words inside of her head before they come out of her mouth. That's
Okay.
not a thing she does. Are you going to keep him safe?
There's no response.
Okay.
Okay, that's their turn. This one continues to just drag Tamina down this corridor. Kallian, you're up.
Okay. About how far away are they from me? Meters.
So right now they're probably 5 meters ahead of you.
Okay. She's going to try to read a specific thought of the thing dragging Tamina. She'd like to know, like, specifically, what are they doing with Tamina?
Okay.
So she's gonna cast it at the end of the round. If they're only 5 meters. It's gonna be 11 total that I need to hit. So.
And this is an ability to read a thought.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that at the end of the round. Remind me when we get there, and we can go to the specifics. Okay. Cultists continue. So this cultist continues to run, and is going to just start heading up these stairs and out. And he is just full blown hauling it in a stumble as fast as he can now. Fradir, you're up.
Fradir is very confused right now. She's like, saving Dad is wrong? But she doesn't think that she can fight this thing. Because it's literally splattering people who kicked her ass a while ago. So I think that she is going to try to catch up with this thing. So I can, my goodness. I can only do one action, yeah? So
yep. You can do half your movement and not have it take your action.
how far away is it? Because right now it looks like I can just
right now
one.
it's like 4 meters in front of you.
And I have a 7. Can that count as half?
Yeah, we'll say you can catch it. It's not far past you. We'll say
Okay.
it's 3 meters ahead of you.
In that case, I would like to get up to it and try and like grapple my dad away.
Okay. Yeah, so you move up. Go ahead and make me an athletics using strength.
Alrighty. I would be happy to. Let me make sure it's on strength. It is. +1. How about a 12, bish?
Nice. Yeah, you are able to just rip him away so strong. When you do, like, it's like the end of the tail kind of severs and puffs into this mist and a new one grows back. And it turns around. It doesn't have a face or an expression, but you can just feel the hatred coming off this thing as it looks at you. And that is your turn. Tarash, you're up.
Oh,
About how far ahead are this Tamina and the floaty whale thing?
They're just like maybe like 2 meters in front of you. They're just, if you're pursuing them and your intent isn't to stay back by Callian, you're just right on their tail.
Okay. And would I see are these cultists coming towards us?
Yeah, it looks like these two are kind of starting to mosey towards you.
Galleon, do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, if you can catch them, I just can't.
Okay, you take care of the cultists, I'll take care of the weird big thingy that will probably kill me. Good team. And he's gonna take off and he is going to try and wrestle Tamina away from this one.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and you can, are you like trying to like cut her free, trying to grab her free? Like how are you trying to do it?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's true, because I probably don't have my swords out yet. I would assume, since we were sneaking into the room. I'll go ahead and what's the okay, so I'm gonna draw my weapons. So I'll half move and draw my weapons and then prepare to do it next turn.
Okay. Yeah, so you're clearly like right on its tail, and it actually stops, kind of whips Tamina behind it, and it's turning to face you. Like it doesn't look like it's running anymore.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
give me her and no one gets hurt.
Talal is going to, he's now kind of free, kind of stumbles a little bit from being yanked so hard by Fradir. He's gonna grab her wrist, and he's gonna wait and like just be ready to go with you. We need to get out of here. Not this way. We can't get up.
what do you mean
We
up?
need to get out, away from that thing.
The way I came in?
I guess.
Through the crevasse. I couldn't remember the word.
Past the crevasse. We don't want to go there. We want to get as far away from that crevasse as we can.
No. I know where we're going. Don't worry about it.
All right, lead the way. Okay.
It's not my turn yet, Dad.
I know he's just waiting to be led by. So Flavor, if you want to, you can get ready to take him. Okay. These cultists are going to go. Okay. This one right here starts to step towards Fradir and just gets slapped the other direction by one of the tentacles. And
Am I just spattered with blood?
Yeah, there's probably just blood spattering everywhere here. It like rains down like a mist they hit with such force. Like it's absurd the amount of force these things are getting hit by. This one, when the blood kind of spatters on his face, is going to look like he snaps out of that trance and is just going to scream and start running. This one here is still going to kind of march toward Fradir in the stance, and he's gonna pull out a dagger as he does, and he's gonna do a slice at Fradir.
Come at me, kid.
Okay, that's going to be a 14.
I didn't mean that hard. Yeah. So that will be a sheet here.
It's gonna hit you. I gotta imagine. Okay.
Yeah.
So the damage on this is going to be 2 minus your damage reduction.
Okay.
Does that hurt you at all, or does your armor stop it?
My armor stops it.
Okay, so it comes out with a dagger. You're able to catch it on one of your more armored bits and not take the damage.
You don't miss.
Okay, this one here is going to this one right here is going to snap out of as well and just start screaming and running. So these 3 cultists are kind of just out. They're just running for it. This one here is going to move up behind Callian, and it's going to stab at Callian.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, it probably hits. Yeah, that definitely hits. I think
You're
that
rolling
exceeds.
huge.
I think that exceeds my defense by about 8. So
Well, at least I'm not rolling that 12s. That could be much worse. Okay.
close.
So 2 damage minus any damage reduction you might have from
I don't
armor.
have any damage reduction, so I was gonna add 2 to the difficulty of my.
Okay. This cultist doesn't seem like as combat trained as like the raiders that you fought in the abduction. Like they're kind of clumsy with their daggers. It's like somebody kind of novice stabbing towards you, but they get you kind of just on the side of the arm there. You're gonna take 2 damage. Okay. Tamina can see Talal trying to interrupt this thing, and she starts struggling. And when she starts struggling, this thing just drops her with its tail, and it's just facing Tarash. Okay, Callian, you can now go ahead and do your thing.
All right, my thing was up from 11 to 13 because of the damage.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, Chase, you could be nice to me just like once. All right, this is gonna be +6.
Not allowed.
Okay, +6.
That's a nat 1.
Oh no! Isn't there something specific that happens on a nat 1? For you?
I have a specific table for mysticism. Let me
Yeah, let's talk about that. How does this one work?
They're bad. All right, calamity table.
Oh, it's the calamity table. Okay, let me pull up my rule book. Do you know what page the calamity table is on? Off the top of your head?
Starts on 168.
168. Okay, calamity table. Let's have you roll for the severity first. Do you roll full D12 or do you only roll on like a D6 for it? Do you know?
The severity goes up to 50. Oh, the severity is. Oh, sorry. The severity is calamity is a consequence roll made with a D12. The severity die and the D6 the effect. It's modified by the spell potency, location, and any soaking done by the mystic. Okay, so this is a D12 plus 13.
What? That can't be right.
The severity roll is modified by the spell potency.
Oh, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. D12. Oh no.
So you're 15 plus for the severity. Okay. Roll D6. Hey chat, if anybody thinks we're doing this wrong, let us know. This feels rough, but
Hey, Chase.
Uh-huh.
Regardless of what I roll here, I'm dying.
Okay.
So I roll a 4. A void rift appears next to the character, revealing a ghostly abomination peering through. Writhing tendrils of pure chaotic essence shoot out and grab the character, dragging them kicking and screaming into the void. The character is no more.
Okay, so hold on a second. Let me read here to make sure before we kill Callian.
Okay.
Calamity occurs as a result of a critically failed channeling attempt. The player must make a roll on the calamities table modified by the phenomenon's
Oh, sorry.
potency.
Okay, no, so I only need to add +1.
Okay,
Hey,
adding one to the severity roll for
severity
every
for
12 points of potency.
So that's gonna be 9.
Okay, that's still pretty bad, but it's not gonna
great.
flat out kill you. Okay, so okay, and then so you rolled a 9, and then what did you roll on the d6?
I rolled a 4, so for that, it's arms and legs flailing. The mystic is lifted into the air in obvious agony. A searing crackle and the smell of burnt flesh permeate the area as their features twist and mutate. The mystic suffers d12 damage and must make a random roll on the void marked appearance table as she is permanently marked by the calamity.
Oh boy. Okay. Do you want to narrate this? Or you want me to narrate this?
We gotta roll on the void mark table. I don't know.
Okay,
what
yeah.
page that's on.
I got you.
I'm gonna roll a d12 for damage while you.
Yeah, you go ahead and roll the
that.
damage. I'll find the void marked.
I'm gonna take 7 damage.
There we go. Well, let's see if I can search it by this.
Anyway, magic is dangerous. Everybody, don't play with magic, kids.
Okay, so how much damage did you take?
I took 7.
Okay, you took 7 damage. I imagine you're still fine and standing and all that.
I could be doing better. I have 11 health left.
Are you conscious?
Yeah, I'm conscious. I'm just hurt.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's great. That's super cool.
6. Okay, I think I found it. Okay. Yeah, roll me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll me a d6.
That's a 5.
Okay. Roll me a d12.
That's an 11.
You gotta stop rolling high.
I'm
these-
so angry.
Tables. Okay, so Tarash, you see your sister, like that kind of ink starts running down her face, and then there is just this smell of burnt flesh that gets so strong and overpowering, and you see her start to get just lifted up into the air by nothing, and it looks like these lacerations start like appearing on her face, and then kind of healing up right afterwards. And this is going to change the appearance of your eyebrows. You're going to have strange looking eyebrows. So Kim, tell us how your eyebrows are going to look after this.
That's a good question. That's an interesting thing to change. If it's void marked, I would say they don't keep like a consistent shape ever. They
kind of just go crazy, nonsensical
Yep.
shapes and swirls.
It's just like every time you look at me, my eyebrows are different, and they never look normal. They're just always weird.
Very good. Yeah, you might not even understand what's happening, Tarash, but she's in pain and something weird is happening behind you. Okay, that was fun. Congratulations, Callian. Okay. So you guys are kind of in this hallway here. You guys are kind of pursuing in this hallway here. So nothing's really in reach of these tentacles right now. So they're just kind of menacingly growing. You guys can maybe see down the hall. There's a second tentacle that's now like fully formed. And that's their turn. Okay. It is the serpent creature's turn. All of you guys are going to hear in your heads,
Fight each other. Suffer our suffering.
and then I need both Tarash and Fradir to make a willpower check.
Uh-oh.
You feel your head start to feel dizzy and odd.
+1 from
14.
chat.
Okay. Tarash, you're able to shrug it off.
Eight.
Okay, Fradir, you black out for a moment and your thoughts are not your own, and you want nothing more than to run after and kill Tarash.
Can I have my reroll now, please?
Yes, you may.
Because I am not about to kill my beloved brother.
Yep, go ahead and roll it.
Okay. Still just a +1 from chat?
Yep.
Come on, dice! 9?
A 9, that's with the chat bonus.
Yeah?
Let's see, I think that's still one off.
No!
You have a reroll, don't you?
I just used it just now.
M.
Yeah, that's still gonna be one off. Do we want to give like the +2 like it's a hero point? Yeah, we want to
Plus-
give the +2 like it's a hero point.
At least a plus
She
one.
was so determined. So I'm gonna let that one fly. You're one off. We'll give
Okay.
it a +1 for your determination. You
Can I-
want to do that so
Can I
bad.
cinematically, like, just slash my own thigh with, like, the claws that I'm holding on? Because I'm, like, not gonna let anything take over me like that.
Yeah, for sure. In
Yeah,
fact,
I'll
let's do
take
that.
damage.
Yeah, let's have you roll a d4 of damage, and we'll have that be the trade-off for giving you the +1.
Thank
I
you.
like that.
I like that too. I rolled the full 4 damage.
You gotta slow down on your cuts there. But yeah, you cut yourself real deep. That pain kind of snaps your brain back to itself, mixed with you can feel your foster dad's kind of hand on your wrist. You remember what you're fighting for, and you shrug it off.
Okay.
Okay, that is the serpent's turn. Callian, how is it going? You settle back down to the ground as you kind of get control of your mysticism again.
You know, I've had better days. Like literally all of them have been better than this exact moment. I think we're gonna try to suck some life out of a man that stabbed me.
Okay, going on the offense.
I am. So let's see. We'll do a solid D12 to the man right in front of me.
Okay, D12. Now you have to manifest this, yeah?
Yep. So
Does it get any kind of willpower save or anything like that?
I don't believe so.
Cool.
Nope. Okay, so that's gonna be D12, so that's 3 plus. We'll do initiative -4, so 3 plus 5. He's right in front of me, so that's 0. Instant. So yeah, so it's gonna be 8 at 4. So roll down
Okay.
when we get to 4.
Okay, we will go to that at 4. This guy is Gonzo. I'm actually just going to take him out of initiative. So Fradir, you're up.
Okay, so I
now
know that I'm
for-
not right here on the map because,
Yeah,
like,
you guys aren't right there. So we're going to kind of... The battle map got weird because we got to the edge of it. You're like just a little ways in this cavern, like maybe a couple meters in. You're adjacent to both Talal and this serpent creature. You're between the two of them.
cool.
Talal has your wrist pulling you away. This thing's on the other side of you, ready to fight.
So what I would like to do is have my arm, like, I want to grip like around my dad's waist, so I have like a really solid hold on him.
Mhm.
And I want to have him closest to the wall so that when we exit this cavern, I'm going to be between him and like this tentacle beast.
Mhm.
And I just want to like run him as quick as I can around and up towards here that I just pinged.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
I will sprint but move at a slower speed if
And
you
you're-
think that's fair.
Now you're trying to drag him.
yeah, I want to like make sure that I'm like I have him and he stays with me and I'm not gonna like leave him behind. I'll aid his speed if I have to.
Okay, so you're not carrying him, but you're trying to like.
He said he ready to run, so I assumed
Yeah.
like he was good to run.
Okay, yeah, so you can go with him, and I'll let you give him 1 extra square of movement, which is going to give you guys a total of 5 if you're moving together.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So let's move it a 5. And can we sprint?
Yes, I will let you sprint.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. So if I'm sprinting, that brings me to a quadruple move. We can move a total of 20 meters, and we'll just go for it.
Okay.
So 2 to get out, and then 18 to move along the wall. So 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Do you need me to count it out, or am I gonna get like
we're
off?
we're gonna put you up like in this general area here. So
Cool.
basically you're staying right along the wall, and as you go running there, you can see those tentacles lash out towards you, and you are like just out of reach. They brush right past you. You can like hear this kind of gurgling, screeching sound echoing from the crevasse as it seems kind of angry that it can't quite reach you.
I'm so glad the word crevasse caught on.
You know, you got it stuck in my head, and it's just that's where
It's crevice, and every time I hear crevasse, I'm like, yeah, crevasse, dude.
Okay.
Incredible.
All right. That is your turn. Tarash, you're up.
Okay. So, the floaty well. Sorry, I should probably use the proper terminology, but floaty well, is Tamina behind it? So is the floaty well between Tarash and Tamina, or did the floaty well drop Tamina behind it?
So the serpent-like creature, its
Yes.
name is Naak. So we're just gonna start calling it that. Naak dropped Tamina behind it. So it is between you and Tamina right now, and it's a pretty narrow hallway.
Okay. And is she on her feet or is she on the ground?
She is on the ground, kind of starting to get to her feet.
Does it give me enough room to like stand over her?
You would have to like move through it, but you could if you wanted to try to move through or under it. It's kind of hovering off the ground a little bit. But
Okay,
it would
so-
be risky. You're going to expose yourself if you move to her.
But sorry, so it's me, the knock, and then
We've got
Tamina.
this. Yeah, you, her. We're in that
Okay.
kind of setup right there. And then Callian back here.
I am going to Okay, I'm going to try and grapple it, I guess, to try and keep it like floating up further so she can crawl underneath.
So you're going to like try to hold it like up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Is that just a... So I don't have the grapple skill. Is that just the... Let's see, strength?
Yeah, I believe with grapple, I think you just use an athletics.
Even better.
Hold
Yeah.
up, I have it.
Might be my Pathfinder brain kicking in, but I'm pretty sure
It
it's
says
uses
grapple,
athletics.
no damage, -3 attack mod, opposed roll to pin opponent. I don't know if you're trying to pin opponents. I don't know if that applies. If it's an athletics check, you're not trying to pin them. I don't think it's a grapple check. I think it's just athletics.
Yeah, I think you are essentially trying to manipulate him. You're trying to pin him down, pin him up, hold him up, keep them where they're at. You're trying to immobilize them basically, and it is opposed athletics, I believe. So let's go ahead and roll those.
Okay. If I don't have athletics, it's just a strength at -3.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So -2. Thanks, chat. How about a nat 1?
Oh no! Okay, let's see here. I have, I think, something for this that happens. Quick check of the rule book. There it is. Grapple. Holding on the ground against the object surface, grapples prone by successfully making a called attack, followed by an opposed strength roll. If the attack is successful, the victim is held available. Break free. Okay, yeah, so it is. So you're just making a -3 attack, and then it's opposed by their strength roll. But you nat one anyways, which means we're going to the mishap table because this is technically an attack. So
Yay.
roll me a d12 for a mishap.
How about a 9?
Okay, a hard block sends the attacker's weapon flying. The weapon flies d3 meters in a random direction, striking the first object on its path, causing half normal damage. Okay, so you're trying to grab it, so it's throwing you back. You're just going to get tossed back. I'm not going to have you take any damage, but you're going to be prone. So you try to grab it, and this thing's tail flicks up, and it's so much stronger than it looks like it should be because it's so kind of floaty, and it just throws you back on the ground. Just, we'll say 3 meters back.
Whee! Okay.
Okay. That makes it Talal's turn, who is just still going to run with Fredir. Okay, we've got a cultist, which is going to act before you because its attack speed is +1, so it's technically acting on 5 initiative, Callian. So it's gonna take a swing at you here. That's going to be a 5.
It's gonna hit.
Wow, your defensive value is so low.
My defensive value is a 3.
Okay. So here's the damage. You're gonna take 2 damage. He's cutting at you.
Very cool.
Okay, that's its turn. Okay, Tamina is gonna
can I-
get up to her feet. Oh yeah, you do.
Can
your
I
thing.
deal damage?
Please do.
Okay, this is gonna be +5. I need 8. It won't happen, but you know. Oh my god. That's a 10 total.
10 total. Okay, that succeeds.
This boy gonna be taking a d12 of damage. It's a total of 3 damage.
3 damage. Check my stat sheet again here. Their hit points. Okay. Yeah, so what does this look like? This damage, you manifest it. The damage happens. He's not dead, but what does it look like when you're hurting him?
It just kind of looks like he's kind of completely covered in robes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of looks like blood slowly starts to form. You know, like if you opened like stitches or something like that, it's kind
Does
of
the
like starting
blood start to
bleed
soak in
through.
the same pattern on the ink on your face?
Yeah. It's not very major, but it's kind of like a bunch of cuts and everything just started opening on him.
What's the duration of that damage?
It's just instant, so he just immediately takes it.
So there is a duration though, I believe, on this. Is this the cause harm one?
Yeah, is there?
Yeah, if you don't do duration, it will actually close back up.
That's it. Very cool.
I'll let you extend it this once. Though we'll say it's 3 rounds, and then we'll just play it going forward.
Yeah.
I know I was surprised by that one too. I saw on the mysticism video, he was talking about that, how the wounds are temporary and they'll close back up.
Right.
So if you kill them, then they're dead because they can't close back up.
I now remember that. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I know it's a lot to the mysticism. Okay, so 3 rounds for now. He'll keep that 3 damage, and Tamina's gonna go. She's just gonna get to her feet. She looks scared. She looks a little bit angry. She's standing. The tentacles are gonna go. They're swiping out, kind of trying to reach this cultist right here, but he's just out of range. But you can see just behind him, there's these huge misty tentacles trying to grab him. Okay, it is the serpent's turn. This serpent is going to flare with this kind of misty purple aura. And Callian, I need you to make me a willpower check.
I would love to. That's gonna be, I guess, a 15. Don't know why.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you feel your mind get kind of hazy a little bit, but you recognize this kind of mysticism affecting you, and you know that this isn't something you have to give into. You are going to hear that same agitated shriek echoing in your minds again. This thing's going to flail around looking a bit frustrated. The other one, so you're kind of running down the same hallway that you came down, Callian. You are going to see from your exit, you're going to see that creature cut you off and turn the corner. So it stops in front of you. We're going to say it's 5 meters in front of you, blocking your exit. Callian, your turn.
It's 5 meters blocking the exit.
For Fradir.
You said Callian.
Sorry, I meant Fradir.
I was gonna
Fradir,
say,
you're running away with Talal, and the other creature appears, cutting your exit off, Fradir.
You said cutting off Fradir's exit.
Yeah, Fradir, you're leaving the same way you came. You're sprinting with Talal. You see that same creature you just ran away from. It appears in front of you, turning a corner, cutting off your exit, as if it had taken some kind of shortcut.
Is it on the map?
No, you're kind of off the map at this point.
Oh,
I'll put a representation though. These guys are gone. You're just leaving this way with Talal in tow, and this creature here is just cutting off your exit.
okay. Ooh, all right. Fine.
You have no idea how it got there. It doesn't look like it should have been able to. All you can guess is that some kind of power, some kind of shortcut. It's in front of you.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Can I disengage, but towards Tarash?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do that. In hopes to not, like, get absolutely destroyed.
Okay. So yeah, you disengage. You can't get past Tarash, so you're still behind him, but you can be right behind Tarash. This is kind of a crowded hallway you guys are in. Okay, Fradir, you're up. You can see that there is this creature in front of you.
Okay. So like, am I like right directly in front of it?
5 meters ahead of you.
Okay.
It's cutting you off.
So, that's just out of my range, so I can't move and attack. So what I will do in that case,
Unless you want to charge, you can always charge.
that's what I was gonna say. I was getting there. Yep, I'm gonna charge it, and I get a +1 to my damage, not my attack, I believe. It says attack +1 damage. So I think I
So it
don't
means
move and
you're going to
attack, and
attack
then I
with
get
+1 damage, yeah. And then
Okay.
you don't get your agility or shield defensive bonuses for this
Okay.
next turn.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just gonna try and kill it. So I'm going up and I'm attacking, and it's gonna just be a nice big attack. +1 from chat because the beautiful. Mwah! What about an 11 to hit?
Yep, an 11's going to hit.
5 damage, please.
5 damage on this creature, so you charge up to, and you're including your extra 1 damage from the charge, right?
I am including my extra 1 damage with my charge. I unfortunately rolled minimum damage.
Okay, 5 damage. Okay, yeah. So you cut into this thing. Your blade pierces through. It feels like you're just cutting through air, but you can see like a wound open up, and it seems pained.
Okay, and I'll just like cinematically snarl at it. Let us through.
Okay,
Turn.
it feels angry. You almost feel like you can feel its emotions radiating off of it onto you. Tarash, you're on the ground.
He's gonna look up and see Callian. Wait. And then he's gonna
She probably looks like super bloody.
That's right. I guess you probably could have gotten on the other side of Tarash because he is on the ground, but then you'd be putting yourself next to this.
He's gonna moan and groan a little bit, and he's going to arise.
Okay. All right, so that takes your main action. So you still got attack actions if you wish.
Are you sure? It says so in the movement. It says rise as a full round action.
Oh, that means it takes all of them, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. No, never mind. You get up. Okay. Talal is going to run forward, and he is going to just try to punch at this thing. Okay, he is going to hit. He's also doing a charge. And he is going to... Okay, that is going to be 3 damage for him. So he moves up and he's able to punch it. It doesn't look super effective. He has like no weapon, but he just punches into this gas and the whole thing kind of ripples a little bit as if he had just hit water. And that is Talal's turn. Cultist is going to go. It is going to charge at Callian. That's going to hit you, Callian. This is going to be damage +1. So this is going to be 3 damage. And that's the cultist's turn. Tamina is going to start struggling against this thing. She's going to try to kind of grab its tail and help fight back, but she's just kind of helpless with it. She's not a fighter, you can tell. Tentacles are reaching, not able to reach much else. And it is the serpent's turn. Okay, this serpent is going to flare with this purple aura. This mist kind of goes forming off of its body in a spiral and up your nose for deer, and I need you to make me a willpower check.
Get out of my nose. Okay, willpower +1. Let's go. 3.
Okay, a 3 is going to fail here. So this goes up your nose, and then you feel like all of your nerves just light on fire with this. Everything starts to hurt. And you're going to take a -3 to all of your rolls.
For how long?
You don't know.
Okay.
I'll tell you when it stops.
Okay.
Let me make sure it's all of your rolls here.
Even my rolls that I would normally take a -3 to, I'll take a -6.
Yeah, -3 penalty to all of your actions.
Huge yikes, bud. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, to all of your actions is different to all of your rolls.
I believe that means any
Okay.
action you have to roll
Okay.
for, you're taking
That's
a
fair.
-3.
Let's go.
Okay. Then this one over here is going to whip it's gonna move up and it's gonna whip its tail at Tarash.
Harry.
You have no actions.
Por qué?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
you
a
do,
new
'cause
new set.
That's right. You're right.
Okay.
You're correct.
Oh, good.
That's the wrong dice size for one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's a 4.
Oh,
Do better than that.
14.
Okay, yeah, you parry this tail. And that's their turn. Callian.
Okay, Callie's gonna try to mend wounds, and I think you're getting mend wounds and harm confused. Harm does just deal damage if you do instant. You don't have to do a duration. It is mend wounds that they open back up if you don't have a.
I think harm is still the one mentioned in the mysticism video. We'll cut it for now and I'll look into it.
That's just the wording on it. But yeah, she's gonna mend wounds so she doesn't absolutely die. When your health threshold is it injured, are you taking -3 penalty to everything you roll?
For which one? Sorry, what was the question?
When your health threshold is it injured?
Yeah, I believe it's everything.
Okay.
That is how I read it.
That's gonna be unfortunate. Okay.
I should be doing that, by the way. It doesn't affect the
Yes.
last roll though.
Yeah, reminder of your health thresholds.
Okay, so she's gonna do a D12 to mend wounds. Just gonna do it in initiative. Yeah, she's gotta do it in initiative or she might actually die. Sorry.
No, you're good.
9, 10 total. Okay, a total +3 to this.
Get it.
Nope.
You needed an 11.
I need a 10.
You needed a 10, and you're at an 8.
Yep.
So yeah, that's still not quite able to manifest it. You can feel these blade wounds starting to just tire you down, and it is hard to focus. Okay. For deer,
So,
you're tied
For
up
deer?
with this creature.
Ferdier has a nose full of mist, and she doesn't like that. I think she's gonna get angrier, and she's just gonna she's gonna keep attacking. She is gonna go ahead and do. Oh gosh, I thought there was one that was not a standard attack. It was like a harder attack, but I guess not.
For what? What are you looking for?
Okay. Nope. I'm just gonna do a standard attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Not doing an all-out attack, right? It's standard.
Yeah. I was really tempted. That was what I was looking for, the all-out attack. Because the all-out attack will negate my -3 that I have. I'm gonna do an all-out attack.
Okay.
Okay. She's just getting like desperate with it. So I'm just
Get
gonna
it.
roll flat. Plus
Uh-huh.
1 from chat. An 8.
Okay. I'm rolling flat. You mean you're negating your bonus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage. Okay, you're hitting into it. You and Talau are both hitting it. It's starting to like
Oh, nice.
freak out a little bit. Like it's starting to spasm. But it's still up.
Okay.
Okay. That is for Deer's turn. Tarash.
Tarash is going to take his other 2 arms and he's gonna make a 2 attacks with his swords. So
Okay.
he blocked with the short sword with his 3rd arm. And he's gonna bring his other 2 with his normal swords and slash at him.
3-arm fighting.
Yeah. So one's the last one is at a -3. And I'm only at a -1 because I'm only hurt. I'm not injured.
Right.
So that's nice.
And for Deer's just got a mist full of hurt smoke. Okay,
16?
16's definitely gonna hit.
Why did it not roll damage? Oh, it's because I didn't do the actual weapon. It's been a long day.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Where is it? There it is. Okay. I'll just roll it for here's the damage. 2.
Okay. 2 damage.
2
Okay.
damage.
Okay. This thing kind of whips back. It cuts. Not very much, but you get a little bit. Going
All
for the
right.
next one?
Yep. Next one. It's at a -3. We are activated. Yeah. So -3. Come on. That's a nat 1. Wait,
A
that's
nat-
not a nat 1. Not a nat 1. Not a nat 1.
Okay. Not a nat one, but a
But
one.
it is out of 1.
Okay, so it's gonna miss. You're swinging. It's ready for the second one. Its body kind of ripples and just whips out of the way. And it is now Talal's turn. Talal's going to fight. That is going to miss. He's punching at it. This thing's ready now. It's kind of very on the defensive with you two both attacking it. Cultist is going to all out attack here. It's as this thing is getting more frantic and spasming, the cultist seems to be getting more frantic. So it is going to attack here. It's definitely going to hit you, I imagine, Callian. No bonus to the damage on that one, so that's only going to be 1 damage. And that's its turn. Tamina's doing her best. Tentacles are doing their best. Back up to the serpents. This thing is going to try to tail lash at Tarash.
Parry.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that. Parry.
Let's get you.
I got a 13.
Oh, cool.
You got a nat 1, which is going to result in a mishap still, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a mishap.
Yay. Oh, love
Lots
the
of nat ones for you tonight, Wade.
It's all nat ones. Gosh, dang it. 9.
A 9 again. Okay, so this time the weapon you're pairing with,
My short sword.
roll me a d8.
Okay. 7.
Okay, 7 is 1. So we're starting to pair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is gonna fly right towards Callian.
Ugh, great.
So that is going to be causing half normal damage. So go ahead and roll me damage and we'll half it. Oh, it was 3. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll round down. So you go to parry this thing and it just slaps it out of your hand so hard that it goes flying back. It cuts Callian just a little bit for 1 damage. And this tail is going to get you.
Sorry.
So this tail almost apparates into like a little spine that stabs through your arm here. And it's going to be 3 damage. Against your damage resistance.
They have a defensive value of, or protection of 5, so we're good.
Cool. Doesn't even break armor. Okay. Callian, you're up.
I don't know. Fear, first and foremost. Okay. Looking back at my lovely brother who somehow can't hold on to things about as well as I can hold on to things. She's gonna try to do harm to the guy in front of her again. And we did get confirmation. No duration is needed.
Sure. Sounds good.
So yeah, she's just gonna do a D12. And then she's gonna do add initiative, I think.
Okay.
So I think that total is gonna be 10.
Okay, going for a 10, trying to harm this guy with a D12.
Yeah. See how
Okay.
this goes. So I'm gonna just okay. Hey, that's a 12 total.
Okay, go ahead and roll that damage.
It's a
Okay,
1.
rolls. Okay. Yeah, so you're able to, you're opening up these little cuts. He's seeming agitated by it, but he's getting kind of crazed and just swinging at you more aggressively with this dagger.
Mhm.
Fradir, you're up.
Okay, so Fradir is gonna do this same thing with another all attack. Did you have the salamander do anything to me this turn?
It tried.
It
Didn't
tried?
hit you.
Okay, cool.
It did the smoke. Oh, it did not attack you, did it?
That's why I was kind of staring up the
Yeah.
side. I was like, I don't remember.
It's gonna attack you
Dang it.
with a nat 12.
Dang it. Why am I honest? Can I take it back? You missed your turn.
No, it's gonna get you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a severity for me.
A D12, is
A
that?
D12.
Okay. Uh-oh.
What'd you get?
I got a 10.
Okay, got a 10. Roll me a D6.
No. A 1.
Okay. With an audible and nauseatingly wet crack, the target collapses as their leg breaks. Prone, unable to move, and in intense agony, the target suffers -3 penalty to all actions for D6 rounds and a -3 movement and moving actions until the leg heals. So this thing's just gonna the tail is gonna wrap around your leg and just crack the bone. Some bone is gonna kind of pierce through the shin. It hurts terribly. This is going to be double damage. So that's going to be 10 damage. And that effect that we talked about.
10 damage?
10 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Talal looks just angry as that happens. Fredir, hang in there. Come on.
All right.
Okay, it's your turn. Thank you for the honesty. Very sorry I crit you for it.
That was pretty rude, to be honest.
It was pretty rude.
So I'm at a -6 right now. I think that put me down to my hurt threshold though. So I'm actually at a -7 to my actions.
Okay.
Can I? How close? If I'm on the ground, can I still reach up and stab into this thing's belly?
Yeah, I don't think, does it actually make you prone? Or it collapses? I guess you collapse. Oh,
I could collapse to my knee.
Prone. Yeah, I think you can still attack while prone. I think you take a penalty.
I'll reread the combat rules after this stream again. So I'm
Yeah,
feeling a little
for now,
fuzzy.
for now, I'm gonna say you can, and we'll look it up afterwards.
Okay, thank you. So I can.
Just give you a -1. How about that?
And it's for 1 round.
It's for. So let's see.
I have the -3 for 1 round, and then I have the movement penalty until my leg heals.
No. Oh yeah, you rolled a d6. You got a 1, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So
So
yes. So you have a broken bone, and we'll go over those rules between sessions. But
My crippling and my bleed things that happen to me are actually at half speed.
okay,
So could I not take that -3?
they're at
Because I
half.
have the quick healer.
I think that just means they heal quickly, twice
Well,
as
I
fast.
have regain health at +1 the normal rate, and then a separate thing is my crippled and bleed improve at half the rate.
Yeah, so that just means that your broken bone is going to improve double as quick, but it's
Okay.
That's going to still last for a
Sounds
while.
good. Okay. In that case, I will all-out attack again. So I will be at a -3, including the +1 from chat.
Cool.
So claws, -3. Let's roll it. I got a 5.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
gonna
you're
miss.
in so much pain from your leg. You swing up at it. It kind of just arches up out of the way, kind of getting out of your reach, and it does
Okay.
not hit.
So she'll just slash up at it, and her hand hits the ground, and she just kind of does a short little scream of pain, and then looks up at her dad. Run! Get out of here!
Shut up! I'm not gonna leave you. Okay. That's Fredir's turn. So Tarash, you're up.
Okay. Let's do some more nat ones. I'm gonna multi-attack him again.
Okay. Do it to it.
Yeah. Double scimitar schmack. +2. Here's the first one. It's an 8.
Okay. That is going to hit.
Awesome. 7 damage.
7 damage. And remember, you're 1 weapon down, just so you know.
Yes. So I blocked with my short sword.
Gotcha.
And now I'm attacking with my 2 scimitars.
Okay.
So the short sword is the one that went flying.
Okay.
And my next attack at a -3. It's -1. Okay, so it's yeah.
And
Okay.
that's 7 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you get it. That cuts into it real good. There's more of that kind of psychic screech in your head. And both of them are spazzing out and looking real bad.
Awesome. And then I'm going to go with my third arm at a -3 and hit him again with my other scimitar.
Okay. That is at a -3. Okay.
-3, but it's a -4 because I'm wounded or hurt. Sorry. Nope. That misses.
Okay. All right. You swing. That one just misses. Talal swings. He misses. This thing is looking like it's going to very aggressively attack Fradir on the ground. Cultist is going to go. It attacks. All-out attack on Callian. That's going to be a 12. This is going to be 3 damage to you. Tamina's doing her best. Tentacle's doing their best. Serpents are up. This one's going to swing at Tarash. And it's going to mishap with a nat 1.
I mean, oh no.
It's their turn.
It's contagious.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll a d12 for that. That's going to be a 3 on the mishap table for it. Distracted and confused by the turmoil of combat, the attacker completely loses all focus and suffers -3 penalty to their next action. Okay, this one's going to attack for deer. You're at a -3 because you did an all-out attack.
So I'm at a defensive value of 5 right now.
Well, that's a 4 right there, unless I'm affirmated. I'm not. I'm never affirmated in this one. Okay, so it misses you. It gets a little too cocky. The tail goes stabbing directly down at you. You're able to roll out of the way. Callian, you're up.
Callian's gonna try to heal herself once again for a d12. She needs a total of 9. It's gonna be a +3 to this roll. Nat 12.
Nat 12. There
Finally.
you go.
So I'm gonna increase the healing by 1 step.
Okay.
So that's gonna put me at 2d6 for healing.
And what's the duration? you're doing on
The
that?
duration. Sorry, yeah, that's right. The duration is gonna be, my goodness, 15 seconds, which is going to make it 5 rounds.
Okay.
So 2d6. Very cool. Very good roll. That's a total of 4 healing. I
Well,
love it.
That is a little bit more. Okay. So you patch up for 4.
Yeah, after that, I'm at a total of 5 health.
Okay. So that's pretty big. That means that you're likely not going to die on the next attack.
Well, I was at a 1, so that is an improvement.
You're at 1 health?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That 5 is after the 4 healing.
Okay. Well, that's pretty huge then. Okay. Yeah, you're patching yourself up. Those wounds are closing up just quickly enough. For deer, sure go.
Okay, so I'm going to spend a full round action to stand up. She's just gonna like claws into the ground, like lift herself up so she's kind of like mostly on 1 foot so she can face this thing and be like in its face and hopefully distract it from
Let's
her
do
dad.
this for your honesty. Talal will help you to your feet.
Oh, thank you.
Feel
Okay.
bad for critting you on an honesty, so let's give you a little something.
Thank you. That's very nice. Well, in that case, I'm gonna all-out attack.
Okay.
I'm no longer at the second -3 because that was just for 1 round that I rolled it. I
Yep.
just have the penalty to movement, so I am gonna be at a flat bonus of 1.
Okay.
What about a 15?
15's definitely gonna hit. How do you do it?
Okay. So like I feel like she like reached up and like grabbed her dad's like shoulder, right, as he like grabbed the back of her armor and lifted her up, and she like used momentum of him lifting her to her feet to come up with her other hand with let's clawed and just slice it all up along the stomach and across the face.
Nice. Yeah. So as you
With it.
slice up, it's kind of like this like thin, fleshy substance that cuts open, and this just gaseous insides of it kind of mist out, and it's just like a flat skin that kind of slowly floats to the ground. Okay, this one is dead. We're still initiative because you're siblings. So Tarash.
Cool. I'm gonna double attack it. And this time
Okay.
I don't have a penalty.
This thing is screaming and flailing, and it looks like its defenses are down. So its defensive value is down.
Nice. Perfect. Let's do this. So -1, but with chat, that cancels that out. Thanks, chat. Okay, first attack. 7.
7's gonna hit with its defensive value down.
How about 11 damage? sir?
How do you do it?
He just gets pissed and has a backhand swipe that just goes straight through the what he assumes is the neck of the Narok, and just slices off the top part of it, the head.
Okay, nice. Same kind of effect. Gaseous substance goes kind of misting away as the skin goes floating down. Now, do we have wounds that need to be resolved that could be initiative sensitive, Kim, with your healing ending?
I mean, I have 5 rounds, so that's up to you.
Yeah. I mean, so will you die in 5 rounds if you don't recover something?
I don't think so,
Naturally?
because I don't know that I'm not bleeding, am I?
No, but I mean, if your healing has a duration and 5 rounds ends,
I will
obviously you're done.
still be alive because it reopens with half the damage.
Oh, okay. So you will be hurt, but you're not gonna just
I will
kill it.
be incredibly hurt, but I will not die. No.
Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. Then we're gonna go out of initiative here. So you kill this one, Tarash, and as you do this, cultist seems to get his senses back, drops the dagger, and is gonna go running in a panic. He gets too close to the edge here, and the tentacle just grabs him. And this time it wraps around this one. You can hear bones crunching, and it just sucks it down into this canvas. It doesn't tear. He somehow just like apparates through it. We're out of initiative. What are you guys doing? Tamina's gonna come stepping up to Tarash. Thank you, son of Talal.
Yes. Yes.
We need to get out of here. There's
Agreed.
at that moment kind of an ominous rumbling. I fear this whole cavern will come down.
Great. Well, stick across this wall. There's a big tentacle back there. You don't want to get touched by it.
I can see it.
Perfect. Then we're on the same page.
We cannot get out this way. Only those with flight. Wrap tightly around the wall.
Perfect. After you.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of go slowly hobbling. She's gonna look very frightened, and she's gonna kind of back to the wall, hobble around this way. Tentacles reaching and flailing, but she's able to get around and up the stairs.
Galleon, you're next. Ooh. Galleon,
Oh, okay.
are you trying something new with your eyebrows?
No, it's just I don't worry about it.
I mean, it's working. You're good. Looks good.
Okay, so you guys work your way around. Fradir, as you start moving to Lal's gonna kind of help support your weight. Come on, let's get you out of here. Where are your siblings?
Back that way.
They're here too.
Just
Sit here for a minute.
Just Tarash and Kalyan.
He's gonna sit you down, and then he's gonna go heading back this way, kind of right as you guys are all turning the corner here. The cave starts shaking violently.
He comes around the
Tarash!
corner.
Kalyan, help me get Fradir out of here. Her legs hurt.
Father, look, we got Tamina.
Quickly!
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Tarash will run up and put Fradir's arm over his shoulder.
Okay. And you guys just hobbling out towards the exit? Okay. Yeah, Tamina follows in tow. She is, if you guys are staying with her, she's slowing down the group a bit. She's moving as quickly as she can, but she's about as fast as Kalyan is.
Works.
Okay, so you guys get through here. As you get out of this cave system, you hear crashing and rumbling, and you feel like there's probably a cave-in happening somewhere. But you guys get kind of out to that basement area with the water, and you see some dust kind of blowing through the hallway you exited, but nothing in the basement or anything is caving in. So what are you guys doing from here?
While Talal was going over with them, can I like bound my wave sword that's inside its sheath to my leg to just kind of like keep it stable, just cinematically? I still have the 4 meters of movement. I just want to like have it make sense in my head why I can hobble along so quickly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you've got a couple people helping you, but yeah, you kind of
Perfect.
hatch it up the best you can to at least.
And
get moving.
yeah, so you said that the cavern is not coming down, right?
It looks like something probably did back behind you guys, but not on top of you. In the basement you're in, there's no more tremors happening. Doesn't look like the basement's caving in.
Let's go back through, I think.
Father, how well do you swim?
Well enough.
We swam
we know of a
in.
secret. Yeah, we know of a secret entrance, but you need to swim to get past it. Oh, also there's a shark.
This
Could
will
be
fine.
dangerous, but
Out the river?
yes.
Unless you have a better way out.
I don't know.
I vote
Okay.
out the river.
You came in through the river.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
reckless.
Where is our thank you, Father?
I appreciate it. Just let's go. Be careful. Tamina, can you swim? Not very well,
I cannot carry
but I can
two
do my
people,
best.
Not with this leg.
I can take care of myself. But yeah, how are you gonna swim?
Perhaps we should see if it is chaotic outside. If it is, we could maybe blend in. Escape that way.
That seems a good idea, isn't he? Do we have something to cover our faces? They'll recognize Tamina or me.
Ooh, can we be working our way through the cavern, like the crevice, the crevasse, as it
The
were?
The tunnel that you came
Yeah.
in? Yeah.
Okay, when we get to like that wine place, there were tons of like boxes.
Yeah,
Are
that's
there
kind of where
any
you're at
cloaks?
right now. Like you're
Oh,
in
okay.
you're in the basement where like the
Cool.
river inlet came in.
Can we like pry open some of these boxes and see if we can find cloaks and whatnot?
Yeah, so you're gonna start searching through the boxes here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we get
go
on that
ahead.
map.
Elian,
Yeah. we
give
sure
your
can
cultist
run that
robe
map.
to one of them.
Okay, we're just gonna
Sure,
use
but
Tarash to mark where
though
your
the-
party's at.
They may also recognize you and I due to the uproar we caused. A little
Stairs
earlier.
go.
That was only one man.
Fair.
Go ahead and roll me. Somebody just roll me a flat d12.
I got it. I
Okay,
don't got it.
you do not find anything of usefulness for disguise in these crates. It's mostly party supplies. There's some cheaper wines, utensils, things like that.
What
Tarash
kind
is
of
gonna-
party doesn't have tablecloths?
Tarash is gonna pull out or reach into his bag and pull out bandages. It's like, I don't know, maybe you could wrap your face with these.
No, let's save those and we can try to make do with these cultist robes.
But there's only one. We need two.
Well, you see, we separate them out into just masks and not full body covers.
Chase, these are stairs,
Um,
right? Here, and then also back here by 4.
Right.
Tarash,
Yep, and
We
they're
will-
all going up.
we will try to fashion masks. Can you sneak up, see if there's a way out or something we can use?
Right, up there or back the way we came?
No, up the stairs. Up the stairs.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and
You
he'll
go-
run. He'll go off sneaky like.
Yeah, going up the stairs. Yeah.
Yeah. but he's gonna take it super slow. And if he hears anything so much as a peep, he's going to pause and not continue on.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Okay, you come up the stairs. You come up here. You're in
Well?
some sort of building. You can see that there's a door leading out here into a hallway. Door into a hallway here. Door here and here. Down this way, when you get up the stairs, you can see that there is some nice columned areas and what appear to be some sort of shrines lying around.
But there's
You
no
didn't
one.
come through this way. There's nobody nearby that you can
Okay.
see.
Are there any cloaks or anything that I could potentially use as a mask?
Not around this area here. No.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna immediately go back.
Okay.
Do all 3 staircases lead to this, Chase?
The one he pointed to does, not all of them. no.
Okay.
Okay, well, that one goes into the building in a random spot. There was no one there, but I do not think we want to spend time going through the building.
Okay, try another stair.
Oh, fine. He's gonna go through this spiral staircase,
Okay.
the lower one.
Yep. So that is going to lead you over back to this map. That one's going to lead you out into over here.
You didn't move us maps.
Oh, there we go. You there now?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Yeah. So you come up out in this this hallway here. This looks to be like kind of a grand hall. There are pillars everywhere. There's kind of like a high raised area for like a throne up here where you can imagine the mirrors probably sits. And you can actually see double doors opened out and leading out to the front porch, like the front entryway. You recognize it from your way in when you were lurking around.
Anyone else? Anyone around? Is there
You don't
voices?
see anybody or hear anybody.
That's so weird.
Okay. Okay. I'll go back and report and be
Okay.
and be like, okay, so that one goes into the a big room with the big throne for the Mirza. Like it's a really big throne. Like only the Mirza would have a throne that big. But the great hall would lead to what looks like the front porch. So it could be the entrance. I didn't hear anyone or see anyone, so we possibly could go out that way. But I don't know. You guys keep that in mind. I'm gonna go to the next one, and he's gonna go up the top staircase.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna lead generally the same place the other one did.
He's
Just on
gonna
the
come
other side
back.
of the hallway.
Yeah, he's gonna come back down the lower one though. Okay, so that was the same place. If you want, I can explore further front. To see if the front gate's open. I don't know. It might be quite the run to get to the front. And no offense, Fredir, but I think I could actually beat you now in a race.
I would hope so, brother. If you could not beat me when I have a broken leg, I would be very disappointed.
You are quite fast. Anyway,
It's
But
not time for that. Let's make a decision.
I still think us running out in the open probably is not the best. One way or the other. Plus, Kellyanne, have you seen her run? He's more of like a quick walk.
To rush decisions. You're the only one who has seen what is up there. You have
Well,
to
you
make
can
the
go up.
choice.
There's no one up there. You could go up too if you wanted. But no, I think we should go back the way we came.
Through the water.
Yes, but let's. Hey, Chase.
Uh-huh.
Did any of these have any food?
Yeah, there was food. There was lots of food.
He's like, one second. And he's gonna go back up and he's gonna try to find the biggest piece of meat he can still.
There's not many big pieces of meat, though there is little chunks of dried meat.
He'll grab just like a a a good handful or two, as much as he can of that, and come back down. Okay, I think this will do for bait for the shark, right? That way we don't get eaten. But I still think the river would be the best. That way we can take it maybe a little bit slower because we have some slow people and old people here, and go out that way. Unless you want me to sneak through the front gate.
Yeah,
We can
let's go.
try it. You got in here. I'll trust your judgment.
What do you think, Kellyanne? You've been quiet.
It could be the several injuries that I have sustained just in the past minute. But walking sounds better than swimming due to that, honestly.
Walking sounds better than swimming?
Yes.
Can you swim on a bad leg for deer?
I can try.
Okay, pause. Let me go see if the front gate is open. And he's gonna go back up the front or the spiral staircase, and he's gonna sneak into the Great Hall and out the front porch
Okay,
and
let's
see
start.
what's going around.
Let's start with this. Let's first off have somebody roll me a flat d12.
Not me.
I love flat d12s. Let's go. 4.
Okay, 4. Okay, now Wade, let's have you roll me an Let's see, which skill was it we decided first? Oh, there's a stealth. Roll me a stealth with agility.
How about a 19?
19. Okay, so you're creeping your way outside and taking a peek around, basically, right?
Yeah, out onto that front porch.
Okay.
For here.
So yeah, so you sneak out to the front porch. It's unusually quiet. As you get to the front porch here, you can see the gardens where there was currently a big scene and people all over. There is nobody around. But when you get out to the front porch, you can see off over to the east, there is a large gathering of people, huge circle of people. You can see the front gate. No guards or anything there, just a huge crowd of people over this way in a circle. They're blocking so much that you can't really see what they're looking at, but it appears that everybody's over there, including the Mirza. You see her up on a palanquin held by a bunch of people, and you hear a bunch of commotion off in the distance.
Cool. Yeah, so
Wade, what if you check back by 4? There was a back exit gate, I believe. Maybe there's not a crowd there. Because we scouted that out beforehand.
You guys know from your map from TomTom and from earlier, this is the servants' entrance.
Okay. The only thing is so we have a map from TomTom. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah,
And you were like scouting it earlier.
that's true. But did the map include a layout of like the palace?
It's this map, right?
Yeah, it's this map pretty much.
Okay, so
The
then
only- it didn't detail in this area over here, but it detailed pretty much all the rest. Also didn't have the whole basement thing you guys just went through, like
Okay.
the caverns.
Cool. I just want to make sure that Tarash would be able to like get to like 4 or whatever pretty easily to check.
Yeah, you would be able to navigate easy enough with the map.
Okay. Yeah, so he'll come over here to 4 and check that entrance as well real quick.
Yeah. This hallway opens out into kind of more of like an open building here. You do see servants over here, and you can hear them whispering. They're just kind of leaning, chatting over here. They don't seem to notice you. You hear them chatting though. It just opened up in the ground. Don't know what happened. Some kind of big quake.
Cool.
There's 2 of them just chatting.
Okay. Yeah, so he'll head back then. Okay. So we have 2 options. We have the front gate. It's completely clear right now. The people are all congregated. They're all gathered over in the end of the yard. But then we also have the
move
servants.
on it.
Well, first, hold on, Pops. First, the other option is the servants' gate. And it's a lot closer. You don't have to make a run for it. It's right off the building. It's just down a few halls. There are a few servants out there, but maybe Kalyan could make a invisible wall or something like that. Or
Servants or slaves? They were servants.
yes,
We don't want to risk that.
I think there are servants.
They're as good as guards. They'll make a ruckus.
Okay, well then I think if we hurry, the front gate should be okay, because no one was looking at it.
Why are we still talking then? Come on.
Well, okay, let's go.
Okay. You guys all
And-
going?
Yeah,
Tarash
absolutely.
Tarash is going to take point this time, though. And he's going to make sure he goes out first and checks to make sure that the crowd is still gathered around the Mirza over
Okay.
around 16.
Somebody roll me one more flat check.
Wade, go for it.
We've all done it, Wade. It's your turn.
3.
Chase a
3
smile.
is no, it was good. 3 is good. You take point. There is still a commotion over there. You can see that a couple of guard patrols are starting to disperse. They don't look like they're immediately heading back towards you though, but you can figure that the window is probably closing soon.
Yeah, Tarash is just gonna like signal for him, like, come on. Ready. Out the
Okay.
front gate, go.
You guys going for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get to the front gate. It's unoccupied currently. Opening it up, heading out.
That's the plan.
Okay, yeah, you guys are out free. There's a bustling crowd in there. There's some people kind of crowded around the entrance there, talking. And as you come out, some people are going to stop you. Not humans, some sort of other, local creatures. Well, what happened in there? You're hurt.
It was just some minor fiasco caused by slaves, not entirely.
Breaking bones. Look at her leg.
Yes, it was
Don't
a
look at me.
bit.
I'm gonna intimidate.
It was a bit rough for some, but it's fine nonetheless. I think she's probably the most hurt out of all of them.
Roll an intimidate for deer.
Based off of what?
That'll
Strength?
be persuasion. No, you're hurt, so it's gonna be more persuasion here.
Okay. That is not my skill, but I will do
You
it
can do,
anyways.
you can do presence. I'll let you do presence.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Presents. Doop, doop, doop. Oh yeah, 9?
Okay. Yeah, they look a little freaked out when she gets so aggressive. They nod along to Callian, and then people kind of disperse and stop making a scene about it.
Okay.
Talal's gonna smile at you and he's gonna pat you on the back. Do we have a way out? A boat?
Do we have the boat still? Yeah, we have the boat.
You guys do. You guys have a boat ready for you to leave.
Yeah. We just have to make it to the docks.
Okay.
Oh, but
Yeah.
when we're on the boat, don't put your hands in the water.
Obviously not. They're silt sharks.
Yeah, we found that out.
Found it out? Did I not teach you any better?
Oh, I'm sure you did, yes.
Talal's gonna kind of grab. He's gonna like rip off a portion of his shirt and kind of wrap it around Tamina's head. Try to get her as little tension as we can. And you guys get back to the boat just fine. Your boat's still waiting for you. There's your Fiordani Enclave guards, or not guards, but fellow humans ready to take off. And the boat starts heading off. So way back on the boat, Tamina is kind of quiet. Talal is kind of quiet. What are you guys doing on your boat ride back?
I bandage myself up.
Yeah, you can for sure. And you don't actually have to roll for it here. We're actually going to be going to like some downtime here, but we can say flavor wise, you're tending to your wounds.
Fredeer is gonna prop her leg up and like lean her head back and just close her eyes, like gripping her thigh, just kind of like processing her pain. Now that her adrenaline is starting to fade. Eventually she'll like crack an eye and like grin over her dad So, is that our new mom?
Amina?
Yeah.
No. She's an old friend. Tamina's just gonna kind of smile and nod.
But like friends that are close?
Not in a motherly kind of way, no.
Oh. Her expression will go sour and she'll lean back in her seat and like be quiet for the rest of the trip. She's like obviously pouting.
He's gonna kind of nudge her on the shoulder. Sorry to disappoint. Thanks for saving me back there. All of you. I can't believe you came into the Mears' mansion. Are you all crazy?
No, you're our dad. Of course we're gonna do that.
Fear to send you?
Yeah.
Really? Huh. Are you supposed to be telling people about that?
I don't remember.
You guys aren't. You're supposed to try to keep
I
it away
actually,
from
Emily knew that, but Fredir would not recall.
Tamina's gonna kind of look a little panicked. Probably not. Probably best to keep any ties to the Fiordani Enclave away from that whole
Wait,
situation.
Are you close with her?
With Fierda?
Yeah.
I'm her advisor.
Okay. Well, she gave us some stuff, and we had to barter it for information on where you were.
I'm sure
So-
that can all be part of your compensation.
Okay. As long as it's not all of the compensation.
I will also make sure that you are all individually paid as well. You were very brave back there.
Thank you.
Those are words I like to hear.
I'm sorry to leave you hanging. I'm going to ask you to show up. Are you all okay with what you saw back there?
I
Not even remotely.
saw like two things. I
Uh,
saw like the thing that was scary, and then it was like I had a memory. That wasn't my memory, but it was like of the same place.
Interesting. Like deja vu.
I don't know that word.
I think that's the word for it.
Yes, she means deja vu.
But it was like that thing was a friend.
The big creature?
But when I came back, it was scary. But it used to be a friend.
Sure. Well, so you're okay though.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I know
You
seeing
guys
stuff like
okay?
that can be hard. Well, we can talk about it later, but if you need to talk, I'll talk. For now, let's give you a break. Let's go talk to Fierda. Keep it on the down low. Everybody on this boat knows, I hope. Good.
She got us this boat, yes.
We'll give you all some time to talk and process, and then we'll get back to the business I called you here for. Fair enough?
Yeah, that sounds good. I could
Also,
use the rest.
you need to take it easy on that leg.
Couple of days, I'll be fine.
That's
I can.
gonna be more than a couple days.
No, it actually might just be a couple days. Mend that.
You've raised a hardy girl.
Yes, and
Ow.
a mystical one somehow. Never cease to impress. Very well. Let's get back. We'll talk to Fierda.
Too much words. He's gonna like stretch out and then lean his head on Fred's shoulder, and just immediately is asleep, snoring.
Tender.
Very nice. Yeah, it is kind of dark as you guys go rolling back into the Daris district, where you started here, back to the Fiordani Enclave. You guys kind of left in a hurry after the boat ride back. It is dark, but the Enclave is still ready. There are people there. Are you guys bringing them straight back to Fierda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you guys bring back Tamina. Talal joins you. They summon Fierda immediately as they see Tamina. There'll be a quick audience. They'll bring you into Fierda's actual chambers, which is kind of a rare occurrence, kind of an honor. Tamina and her will hug. They'll look very happy that she's still okay. I'm very grateful, as is the entire enclave, of what you've done. I'm sorry that I cannot make a bigger fuss about it, if you understand.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you were able to save your father as well. Talal, I believe we have some discussing to do. For now, you should rest. Tamina's gonna pat her on the back. I believe that they've earned more compensation as well. They did an incredible job. They faced the true terror of the void. Something that is worth more pay than I'm sure they've gotten so far. Well, funds are tight, but if Tamina thinks it's warranted, I can offer you all 100 copper dins each. Fair?
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, yes. Yeah.
Good.
That's great.
I'll get you set up at the quartermaster. He'll pay. And get some rest. I have nothing further for you. Unless you have something for me.
I need to sleep, but if I think of something, I'll have Callion tell you.
Sleep sounds nice. For now, I'm going to see what I can do to stop any sort of repercussion from the Mirza. Did she get a good glimpse of any of your faces? Good.
Nope.
Surprising and good. Well done. Get your rest. If I have anything else, I'll summon for you. Make sure you stay around the district for now. Stay with Talal. I'm in close contact with him. Or in your own homes if you have them here.
That sounds
Dismissed. Okay. And we will go ahead and we will wrap up here for the session. That is the end of part 1 of 3 of Those Who Would Be Gods. So we are going to go to a bit of downtime, and for the next session, we're going to start part 2. Let's talk rewards for you players really quick. Now, we discussed it during the actual encounter with the Void creature. Callion, you're Enlightened 2. That's not going to count against your typical Enlightenment ranks. Callion, or Fradir and Tarash, you guys are Enlightened 1 rank. That is counting against your normal limit because Callion is getting it from her ancestry or her background. You guys are each getting 100 copper dins to spend. You guys can do a little shopping on the downtime if you want. We're going to be time skipping a bit. So for Deer, we can assume that you take the time needed to heal your leg and everything. You guys will have like at least a couple weeks. So if there's something that's going to take longer than a couple weeks to fix up, let me know and we can take care of that off screen. You guys are going to get a whopping 10 experience points for this one. Go ahead and take those. You guys are gaining a second Wazta with Firida. So that brings you up for a total of 2 with her. And I believe that is it in terms of rewards. So yeah, anything else you guys wanted to clean up before we wrap up the session?
Oh, that was it.
Awesome. Good job. Nobody died against the best efforts to kill Callion at the very least.
It was
Fradir's greatest
so close.
enemy was honesty today.
That's pretty accurate.
Yep.
Yeah, that was accurate.
Very good. All right, guys. Well, we will go ahead and wrap up that stream. We will have more stream interactions for you guys next week. I think some hero points will be fun to maybe do some things like negate really bad critical wounds and maybe mishaps and maybe just do rerolls. I don't think it's going to be anything insane because this is like a really dangerous game. I think the balance is really fine, but we'll do something where you guys can throw some love to the players or to me, and we'll throw that in for part 2. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you guys would like to support our channel, please subscribe on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any of those. You can also show your support by purchasing dice and accessories from one of our affiliate partners. After all, if you're going to help us, you might as well get some fancy math rocks out of it. And as things are starting to reopen around the world, I think you're going to want some of those math rocks to get your home games going again. I would imagine. You'll find those links as well as Patreon in our discount section below, or if you're watching back on YouTube, in the description. If you're already doing one or all those things, thanks a ton. We appreciate you all so much. We've had some awesome growth lately, and it's all thanks to you guys. Lets us keep doing this stuff, and it's awesome. Did you guys have anything you want to plug? I think we have a pretty light week in terms of streaming this week. Me and Em are on like a staycation right now, so we're taking it easy. But yeah, Em, did you have anything that you wanted to
next week we are starting Cult, which is gonna be some spooky wild times. Katie, who is normally on production, is going to make an appearance, and I'll be behind the scenes. So there's some good stuff with that. Also, just to start creating hype, we have got a cast together for our flagship, I don't know if that's the right word, our big show that we do, which is Tabletop Treasure Hunters. We've got 4 guilds with 3 people each, and it's just gonna be different than the past 2 seasons, and I'm really excited for it. So stay
12
tuned.
players.
Yeah, 12 players. It's gonna be wild.
12
Yeah.
wonderful, awesome, fun players.
Wombat
Cult is going to be a 2-shot ran by yours truly. I'm going to try to see how much I can scare everybody. We've got Mitch from Penny for a Tale playing with us. We've got Katie. We've got Bill from Escape This Podcast, who's played with us in some other sessions. So should be a good time. We're going to go, we're kind of X-carding humor for the most part. Humor has to be very brief. We're going to go for very dark and scary for the true nature of the game. So should
It'll
be fun.
be mature.
That it will be. So tune in if horror is your thing.
If you want to come discuss all this stuff with us, join our Discord and hang out with everybody in the community. People share a lot of recipes, and some even have game nights and everything like that. So if you're looking to play some one-offs with people, or you're interested in any of that, then come and join our Discord and hang out with all of these cool people.
Yeah, our Discord's popping lately. We've got some fun people in there. We got people throwing games out. We've got fun memes. We've got food pics. We've got art.
The
It's been a
food
good
pics
time.
may be my favorite.
Yeah, it's good time. So definitely come join that. So I think that's it for us tonight, guys. Catch us next week. We'll start part 2. Now, go take a long rest. Do not peer into the void, as it can be dangerous. And we will catch you guys next time. Good night, everybody.